Woo! We need to salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump on into this topic. Whatever you're looking for, you're going to find. So what I mean by that is this. Oftentimes we are at the liberty of our perspective. So if I'm looking at the world through a lens of inadequacy and I'm looking for criticism, I'm criticizing myself, I'm hearing criticism in other people's voices and other people's behaviors, that's what I'm going to find. I'm going to find what I'm looking for. And oftentimes when I'm coaching people, I realize that their perspective is what matters, because you can choose to look at the world through a lens of despair and destruction and scarcity and fear. Now, we would be refreshed to say that, the world is all or none, okay? It's not the first example or the second example. It's a myriad of all of those different combinations. But your perspective and the way you look at situations, you're either going to find problems or you're going to find opportunities. You're either going to find criticism or you're going to find lessons. You're either going to find inadequacy, you're going to find, hey, listen, I'm doing okay. The choice is yours. So when I'm coaching people, I can hear the way they're speaking about certain situations, and it really applies to a lot of the aspects of their life and the way that they're living it. And I'm not here to tell someone to live a different life, but what I'm here to do is to challenge the perspective. What is truly true? Our perspective of ourselves is really what is the reflection of how we view the outer world. People who view the outer world as being abundant and, all types of good and joy and experiences and lessons and prosperity view themselves negatively. Now, they may acknowledge some of their idiosyncrasies and their flaws, but they're not here to critique themselves so down that they feel as if like they don't even deserve to be living on this planet. People who view that world, the opposite of what I described as death, destruction, and pain and suffering constantly, that's what they feel inside. Your inner world is the reflection of how you view the outer world. So you got to check yourself. You have to ask yourself really hard-nosed questions. When you're looking at situations and you're always looking at it or not always, but most times you're looking at it from the glass half, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, how is that a reflection of me? Can I challenge this perspective? Can I change this perspective? When something hard comes along and it's inconvenient and it sucks and it's like, right? You don't want to be going through it. Can you challenge that perspective that you have? What is this trying to teach me? What is this trying to tell me? Am I going down a path that I need to, split the road and go a different path? Or is this really challenging me to see if whatever this is I'm going, if I really truly want it? What is being put in my path that I can adapt, that I can really use my intuition? So you have to ask yourself these very important questions. Does your perspective suck? Are you viewing the world as just death and despair and destruction? Because if that is what you are viewing it from, your view of yourself is the same. Again, people who view it as being abundant and wonderful and full of opportunity and possibilities don't think negatively about themselves. It doesn't mean that they're not real with themselves about their flaws and their imperfections, but they don't view it that way. So you can choose your perspective. You can't choose your experiences always. Things are going to be put in your way, but you can choose your perspective. So is it going to be a problem or is it an opportunity? You get to decide that. Now, again, things suck sometimes, they do. But no person has ever done anything with any level of abundance and greatness without having any challenges. No one. Because the challenges are what make us who we are. Because we get to choose that perspective. We can make the perspective of this sucks, this is awful, and we can be a victim, or we can choose to say, hey, listen, this really sucks. I'm going to work my way through it, and I'm going to come out better on the other end. The people who choose that latter are the ones who are the happiest. It's not because they're, avoidant of challenges and shitty things. It's because they rise above it. And instead of focusing on the negative, they focus on the possibility of what may happen. If this struck you as something that you struggle with, by all means, I'd love to have a conversation with you. You can hit me up right here through a direct message. You can email me, you can Facebook me, you can Instagram me, you can TikTok me, you can do all the things necessary to reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you because I want to help you change this perspective. I said help you change the perspective. I can't change it for you, but I guarantee you, if you do change your perspective, your world changes